Okay, let's get into it. We're doing a deep dive today into something that, well, it seems really simple, doesn't it? Saving.
Right.
Just putting something aside now so you can enjoy it later seems totally rational, like the definition of planning ahead.
Absolutely. And we've got some interesting sources shared with us that explore this whole idea.
They really do. So, okay, the basic idea of saving. What is it, really?
Well, at its heart, it's about choosing a delayed reward over getting something right now.
Immediate gratification.
Exactly. You decide not to grab that small thing today because you think something bigger or better down the line is, well, worth more to you, like saving for a holiday instead of buying, I don't know, clothes impulsively.
Got it. So our mission here, basically, is to unpack that logic, why saving makes sense, according to these sources,
Yeah.
and then explore this really interesting challenge they point out, something that makes it harder than it sounds.
Yeah, it's a surprising twist, actually, because, the sources point out that it's not just humans who do this.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Lots of animals save. Think about squirrels caching nuts or birds storing food.
Oh, okay.
It really underlines the core principle. The value you assign now to that future thing has to outweigh the appeal of using the resource immediately.
Right, right. That makes total sense. Like, I'm holding on to this cash today because the idea of that future trip feels more valuable today. Simple enough.
It seems simple.
But here's where our sources throw in a complication, isn't it?
That's exactly it. Because so often, you might have the resource, the money, the time, whatever it is. You've done the calculation. You know what you want to use it for later.
We've got a plan.
You've got a clear plan. And then, bam, something else comes up, something immediate, maybe more tempting in the moment, and you end up spending it prematurely.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Like the example one source gave, which I thought was great. Setting aside money all year, very deliberately, for Christmas presents, that's the goal.
You've decided that's the best use for it.
Well, then maybe summer rolls around, there's a chance for a spontaneous weekend trip, and poof, the Christmas fund is gone.
Exactly that scenario. And our sources connect these moments to a concept they call weakness of will.
Weakness of will, okay.
Yeah. It's not really presented as like a moral judgment necessarily. It's more psychological thing.
Okay.
It's where you genuinely judge or intend that a future plan is the best course, like keeping that Christmas money safe. But then when you're faced with that immediate temptation,
The quick trip, the impulse buy.
right, you act against your own better judgment, against your earlier intention.
So even though you knew saving for Christmas was the rational plan you'd decided on, the pull of that immediate fun was just too strong in the moment.
Yeah.
You went against what you yourself had decided was best.
Precisely. It highlights that gap between our resolutions and our actions when temptation is right there in front of us.
That definitely complicates the simple rational saving idea.
It really does. The logic might be clear, future reward is bigger, but the sources show that actually doing it involves wrestling with these internal conflicts. Our ability to think ahead doesn't always win against the allure of the present.
Okay, so let's wrap this part up. We've seen saving has this core logic. Value future stuff more than immediate stuff. Even animals get it.
Basic principle, yeah.
But the sources really focus on how, for humans, it's tangled up with this idea of weakness of will. That tendency to sometimes act against our own plans when something tempting pops up right now.
It turns saving from just a math problem into, well, a psychological challenge, doesn't it? That tension between our plans and our impulses.
Definitely. So here's something to chew on maybe. Given that saving itself is pretty fundamental, seen across species even, what does this very human struggle with weakness of will tell you about the unique challenges we face, balancing our long-term ambitions against those short-term desires? Worth thinking about.